Hello and welcome back to PTMTR, where today we're going to be making some phenomenal mixed chocolate chip cookies. Now if you are following this along, you'll want to go with these exact amounts because any deviations will throw off the final product. It's just the nature of baking. We're kicking it all off with half a level cup of plain white sugar and then another half a cup of dark brown sugar. I'm actually using a spatula to make sure that it's a packed and level half a cup. Doing the same with a quarter of light brown sugar and a teaspoon of Malden sea flakes. Then just go and grab a pan on its lowest heat and melt half a block of butter. Be careful not to burn it, but it should yield in exactly half a cup of deliciously nutty butter, which goes into your sugars. You could brown the butter to give your cookies some extra dimension of flavour, but I just prefer mine to be blonde. Give that a good mix through until you're left with a thick, runny mixture, and then just checking the temperature is below 45 degrees because you don't want to cook your eggs. I'm going in with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, then of course cracking in that one whole large egg. Then give that a good mix through and it'll help bind all that melted butter with the sugars, and then you should be left with this gooey but homogeneous paste, into which we're going to be sifting half a cup of strong white flour just to give the cookies some chewiness and structure. Then 3/4 of a cup of plain white flour. This will be responsible for the cookies having some nice even spread when you bake it. Then 1 teaspoon of baking powder, all of which will be then sifted into the wet mixture, folded and then mixed together. Once the flour has hydrated and you're left with this amazingly fragrant gooey mass which looks a bit like toffee, you'll want to sprinkle in your chocolate chips. Now I'm going in with milk and white chocolate here. There's no particular measurement here, just don't overdo it, because it might compromise the structure of your cookies in the end. But you could do anything here, maybe some toasted chopped hazelnuts or some freeze-dried berries maybe, I don't know. If you're a complete maniac, you could also add in some raisins and serve it to the people just to watch the world burn. But once you're happy that it's all folded into the cookie dough, use your tablespoon to measure perfect little balls and place them onto some parchment paper on your baking tray, and make sure they're a couple of inches apart. Again, another optional step, but I love finishing mine off with some more salt flakes for that boost of flavour and nice crunch in the end. Then you want to bake them in an oven that is exactly 175 degrees Celsius. Ovens have a tendency to lie about how hot they are, so just grab an external thermometer just to make sure you know what temperatures you're working with.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 8 minutes.
Okay, 8 minutes and counting.
Now whilst they're out and cooling off, pour yourself a nice tall glass of fresh delicious cold milk and dig into these amazing chewy little treats. Please make sure you like. I know you slightly want to make these, so make sure you comment that down below. Thank you for checking out my Patreon page too. Link below. Happy cooking.